Good day everyone. Okay, I was sent an email the other day about what do I think to the raw till 4 diet. Now, I was asked this question a while back as well, and my view hasn't changed. For me personally, I don't think you need to do an extreme diet. I've seen some of Diaz's videos. His cycling stuff is good, he's pretty informative, a bit way out there, but all the same it's not too bad, stuff about the power meter and that. As far as his diet goes, to me, I just don't think you need to be on that sort of extreme diet. I think a much more balanced diet is better for you all round. And you have to wonder as well with people like Durian Rider or Harley Johnson, whatever you want to call him, and his girlfriend Freelee. You have to wonder where their agenda is really, because at the end of the day, they make a good living out of doing YouTube videos. And the more extreme those videos are, the more views they get and the more money they make. And that, at the end of the day, is where you have to go with this sort of stuff. You have to look at the big picture, and I don't blame them for that. I say fair play to them. They've done really well for themselves on YouTube, and they've realised that they've hit a nerve, and they're able to make a stack load of cash out of it, and good on them, and let them keep doing it. And if people want to follow them for whatever reason, well, do it. But is it a real vegan diet? Personally, I don't think it is. I think really the way they're going about the way they're addressing this vegan lifestyle thing, I think they're actually just doing a misjustice to real vegans, because I know some people that are vegan and they're not extreme like this. They've gone more, these guys are more Nazi style. If you don't agree with us, you're a complete tosser and that's it, and you've got to be on this raw till 4 diet, and that's the only way to live. That isn't the only way to live. I'm proof of that. Now, I go out and ride the bike. I go out and ride the bike hard, and I'm not a vegan and I'm not a vegetarian. I eat meat. I don't eat a great deal of meat, but I do eat the odd bit of meat, and I just have a varied diet. I've just got a broad sort of diet, and I'll eat anything. If I go out to a restaurant and there's a vegan menu there, I'll have a vegan meal. I'm good with that. There's nothing wrong with being vegan. If you want to be vegan for whatever reason, whether it's the animals or whether you just don't like the taste of meat, whatever, doesn't matter. But don't mistake their high carb, low fat, raw till 4 diet as a vegan diet, because it isn't. It is not a vegan diet. It certainly isn't the vegan diet that I know people that are on. So, you have to look at the big picture. It gets views, and the more views you get on YouTube, the more money you make. And that's all there is to it. So, for me, don't go following some fad thing that's running around. Do your research. Do some research first before you jump on these sorts of diets. And certainly, if you've got a medical condition like I have, like I've got a mechanical valve, you certainly couldn't go on that sort of diet. It would knock your warfarin levels around too much. So, you have to also be careful. You've got to be sensible when you're looking at these channels on YouTube, because most of it is just about revenue raising. That's it. That's just how it is. That's the honest truth out of it, so you have to just look a bit deeper into it. And my advice would be to anybody, I've never said you have to do this diet, you got to do that diet. I've always said you pick whatever diet you like. It's just as long as you're eating healthily and you're cutting out as much of the processed food as you can, that's all you need to do. You don't have to cut out all the sweets, you don't have to cut out all your desserts, you just got to minimise them, just cut them down a bit. But certainly processed food, you need to reduce that as much as you can. It's going to be hard to get rid of processed food, but reduce it as much as you can. But I do perfectly well on the bike. You know, I don't have any dramas on the bike. I can bomb along at a good old speed. I can climb hills pretty well. I can do 200, 300, 400k rides, no dramas. So, you know, do you need to be extreme? No, I don't think you do. I think you need to be sensible. And if you've got a major problem, if you've got some sort of an eating disorder, because most people that go on these sorts of extreme diets, I would say have some sort of a disorder to start with. And if that is the case, rather than listening to people on YouTube and taking advice from people on YouTube that aren't doctors, that aren't healthcare professionals, that aren't psychologists, go and see your doctor. If you're not getting the results from your doctor, go and see another doctor until you get the results you want, and then get referred to a specialist. Go and see a dietitian. That is your best option, rather than listening to some of the BS you get on YouTube, because none of us are qualified to give information or advice about what you should and shouldn't be eating. No one knows your personal circumstances. So get some professional advice and move from there, and try some different diets. I mean, if you really want to give a raw till 4 a go, give it a go. But is it going to be the be all and end all and sort your problems out? Probably not. But that's something you have to try and do and see how it goes with you. But for me, it's just about a balanced diet. That's all it's about. And if you don't want to eat meat, don't eat meat. Like, I haven't had meat now for probably 2 or 3 weeks, you know. But if I was to go out to a restaurant, like we go out to the Hog's Breath Cafe now and again, I love one of their steaks. You know, it's just how it is. I'm not going to stop eating steaks for whatever reason, you know. But if you want to be a vegan because you don't like the animals being killed, I don't like cruelty to animals. I'm all for that. But be a vegan, be a real vegan, not one of these people that follows someone that's saying they're a vegan, but actually have created this raw till 4 high carb, low fat thing, and isn't really following the vegan diet. So to me, do what you want to do, be sensible about it, and don't take too literally what you see on YouTube, because a lot of it is BS. Anyway, that's it. Let me know what you think. Put your questions or comments down below.